treat tonight as we take a look at our Bud Light starting lineups and we go to public address voice of the 76ers, our buddy Matt Cord. Matt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to meet tonight's participants. Up first are the Washington Wizards. Head coach is Doug Collins. And now tonight's starters, a 6'11 forward from Glenn Academy High School, number 5, Kwame Brown. A 6'5 forward from St. Louis, number 20, Larry Hughes. A 6'11 center from Duke, number 44, Christian Laettner. A 6-foot guard from Nebraska, number 10, Tyronn Lue.
From North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
Has been passed to a new generation.
Chamberlain powers in for another one. Good for the Tipper.
Jonas Irving!
Barkley drives, jams. Oh, and a foul!
Iverson makes a fake. He shoots a long three in the third quarter. Buzzer! It's good! He drilled a three!
This is our heritage and this is our true glory.
And a party is brewing here in South Philadelphia.
And now, let's be sure, Philadelphia 76ers head coach is Larry Brown. And now tonight's starters, a 6'7 forward from New Mexico, number 9, Kenny Thomas. A 6'5 forward from Temple, number 8, Aaron McKee. A 6'10 center from Syracuse, number 44, guard from Michigan State, number 20, Eric Snow. And finally, a 6-foot guard from Georgetown, number 3, Allen Iverson.
A big game for the Sixers, a final game for Michael Jordan. And the ovation lasted It seemed timeless. It lasted several minutes. And while there may be a little gray in the mustache, there's still quite a bit of twinkle in the eye. Let's check in courtside. Here's David Aldridge.
Brad, you know, Doug Collins said before the game tonight, he went to Michael Jordan and said, how many shots do you want? You can have 50 tonight if you want it. Michael said, I don't want 50 shots, and I'm not playing all 48 minutes, but Doug Collins knows that everybody came here to see Michael Jordan tonight. He's going to monitor how many minutes Michael plays in the first half, try to save some of it for the second half because people are going to want to see him at the end of the game. There is another team playing here tonight. It's the Philadelphia 76ers, and with that story, here's Michelle Tafoya.
David, thanks. Earlier tonight, I found Larry Brown in his office, and he was decked out in a number 23 T-shirt in honor of his friend, Michael Jordan. But he acknowledged tonight's game is huge for the Sixers because it determines whether they play at home or on the road in the playoffs. When asked if he is worried about his team getting caught up in the Michael Jordan farewell, Brown said, hey, if we don't get caught up in this, we're missing out. We're talking Wilt Chamberlain, Babe Ruth, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. It's pretty incredible. Brad, back to you.
Larry said it best when talking about the Sixers and the need for this win. He said there's no bigger Michael Jordan fan than I am. I hope he scores 100 and we win. That's what the Sixers fans would love to see here tonight. Sold out crowd. Probably the biggest of the season. However, the media has taken so many spots they don't know if they're going to get a record crowd in here or not because there's so many of our types around.
So many big games over the years. Michael Jordan renowned for being at his best in these moments. You could see the sense of shyness during the ovation of the fans here. Michael Jordan realizing that as great as he is, that there are bigger things going on, including the fact that Philadelphia, so much more to play for, the same things that Michael Jordan wishes that he was playing for tonight.
As Matt Cord gave us our starting lineups, Ray Clay was the one that introduced Michael Jordan, longtime PA man for the Chicago Bulls, here for the special occasion, and the special occasion event/game is underway. And Michael gets an ovation the first time he touches it. Tyronn Lue trying to get it to Jordan, and he'll bring it out to Larry Hughes. Wide open is Christian Laettner on the baseline. Got it.
Wizards have not practiced since the disappointing loss at home to the Knicks on Monday night. Doug Collins calling practice off yesterday, calling the shoot-around off today, is letting the players think about it. Missed opportunities.
They had a lot of them. And find themselves on the outside looking in as far as the playoffs, while the Sixers know that they're going to be in there, but are they going to be home as Eric Snow ties it?
Both teams able to get penetration early. Jumpers going down.
Aaron McKee fronting Michael Jordan. Now he touches it over Snow. And off the mark as Coleman clears it. Derek Coleman back out there. He's been hobbled by a thigh injury. Keith Van Horn will play some tonight as McKee takes it to the rack and drew a foul.
Transition defense, always critical when you're playing against Philadelphia. Normally it's Allen Iverson pushing the ball to the rim. Doug Collins trying to get guys to think about how these matchups are going to play out.
So McKee will go to the free throw line. He likewise has had some injury problems this year. Really, this is a banged-up 76ers team about a week ago. It's getting a little bit healthier.
Three critical ones. Aaron McKee's little finger on his right hand. Plantar fasciitis for Keith Van Horn. And then the entire leg for Derek Coleman, who looks pretty active in the early going, Derek Coleman.
He's been big for them ever since the All-Star break, really. 3-point lead early for the Sixers. Tyronn Lue just inside the three-point line.
The Wizards played with this kind of intensity and enthusiasm and effectiveness. They'd be playing next week as well.
Allen Iverson. Way too long as Laettner takes it off the back side of the rebound.
Tyronn Lue, one of the few guys of this generation who've had any sort of success at all against Iverson.
Here's Kwame Brown coming up short. Iverson brings it down, leads to McKee on the drive, and Michael Jordan with a rebound.
I'm hoping that Jordan plays the entire 48 minutes. And every time he
let's
comes
go
up,
overtime when David said that.
every time Jordan has the ball, the place just lights up with flash photography.
Hughes outside hits a three. Larry Hughes averaging about 13 a game. Had been a starter much of the season.
It's not been the kind of season they wanted out of Larry Hughes. Plagued by injuries, as has Jerry Stackhouse been. Jerry sitting this one out in street clothes on the Wizards bench next to Charles Oakley.
There's Jerry Stackhouse, the leading scorer, and the number 15 scorer. There's Charles Oakley, another one of the veterans on the squad.
Stackhouse able to play only limited minutes in the last game. Beautiful back cut here as the defense breaks down Leitner and Lou. Lack of communication.
Kenny Thomas throws one in to tie it at 7.
Nice job by Kenny Thomas taking the ball out of Teron Lou's hands in the backcourt.
Hughes packs it down low. Brown is fouled in the lane.
When you run the screen down on the strong side with a high post player who can see the court like Aaron McKee, Iverson, you have to worry about him defensively, but an absolute breakdown is no vision of the ball by the Sixers defense.
Kwame Brown at the free throw line, averaging about 7 points a ball game for the second-year player.
Brown's been playing more of late.
And he says the more I play, the better I play. But he's also one of the young guys that Michael Jordan and Doug Collins sort of pointed out after that loss to the Knicks the other night. That's no big secret.
Nice
Coleman, nice pass, and Thomas has 2 easy ones courtesy of his teammates.
Coming with some full court pressure here.
Jordan threw it away. And Lou almost got it back. Allen Iverson sets up for 3. This time he's short. He was long on his first shot. He'll try one from 15. And he still hasn't scored.
Jordan's outlet pass set that opportunity up. But Allen Iverson, 42 points last night in a tough loss at Chicago. Does not look sharp at all. The Sixers got in very, very late. Iverson missed all 3 of his field goal attempts. None of them even close.
At 42 last night, matched his season high. Here's Michael Jordan around a pick. Leitner and Allen Iverson almost came up with a steal. Outside shot by Hughes won't go, and Thomas snatches it.
Look at Derek Coleman pound the floor. That's a great sign for Sixer fans in the pending playoffs.
Iverson trying to look back inside, see if he can get another one to Thomas. This time he'll have to work for it. Gotta hurry. Coleman didn't get it away in time. No basket.
Overpassing. They had a bunch early. Good looks all around. But the beautiful thing about every Larry Brown squad is that they truly play as a team. And when you get that sort of commitment to the team with the individual brilliance of Allen Iverson, anything is possible, including another trip to the NBA Finals.
Out of bounds to the Wizards. Leitner will bring it in. Michael Jordan scoreless so far. Still hasn't scored, and the rebound comes off to Iverson, and he's as fast with a basketball as anybody ever has been. Down to Snow, wide open jumper. Coleman knocked it in, trying to get a hand on the rebound.
Big men running the floor, working on the offensive glass. When you have that sort of effort coming from the big guys on a continuous basis, that gives the guards more confidence to pull the trigger quickly in transition.
Jordan from the baseline. Got it. There's his opening bucket. Ties it at 11.
Moving beautifully without the ball. The consummate team player, Michael Jordan. Which makes what's happened this year in Washington all the more frustrating, disappointing, and embarrassing for him.
Iverson out of his hands and out of bounds. Last touch by Kwame Brown. Michael averaging 20 points a game. No 40-year-old obviously has ever done that before, and he's just over 20. This is his last game. Do you remember his first? As we'd have to take you all the way back to 1984. Looked like it was going to be a tough career. He ran into Jeff Rulin, got flattened, and he's got to be thinking, wait a minute, this ain't Chapel Hill. But you know what? He learned quickly. This one around Rulin. That was game one. This is the final one here tonight.
Max, you're killing me. Hey, everybody jamming. Hey, man. She jamming? They jamming too. Can a brother get a Bud Light, man?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
If you want to be voted an Automobile Magazine All-Star, you better be good. If you want a unanimous vote, you better be Mazda 6. Only Mazda 6, the car they said delivers high content of engineering and luxury features, got the thumbs up from all the judges. Oh, and these guys? No all-stars here.
Yeah.
Lease an all-new Mazda 6i for $239 a month for 39 months with $25.39 due at lease signing.
Yeah.
Honey, will you run out and get me something crunchy?
Crunchy. I'm on it.
And chewy.
Crunchy and chewy.
And cheesy.
Crunchy, chewy, cheesy. Crunchy, chewy, cheesy.
And melty.
Satisfy all your cravings with Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Warm flatbread covered in 3 melted cheeses, wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with a zesty pepper jack sauce. To get the Cheesy Gordita Crunch, think outside the bun.
Here we go. This is a war, and we are soldiers. There is only one way to save our city. Neo. What if the prophecy is true? What if tomorrow the war could be over? Isn't that worth fighting for? Isn't that worth dying for?
The Matrix Reloaded, rated R, starts Thursday, May 15th. ESPN's presentation of NBA Wednesday, brought to you by the all-new award-winning Mazda 6.
A lot of people have come to Philadelphia to see Michael Jordan's last game. One of them 3 weeks ago was in Iraq. Lance Corporal Sean Eshelman of Coatesville, Pennsylvania, was the Sixers' hometown hero during the first commercial break. On March 22nd, he was injured when his Humvee ran over a landmine just 15 miles south of Nasiriyah. His commander was killed in that accident. Lance has suffered many injuries. He's got broken bones and a wired jaw, but he was able to recover from his injuries. I talked to him before the game, Brad. He said he's doing real well. He's talking again. Feels like he's feeling better, and he wanted to see Michael Jordan in his last game.
A hero to watch, a legend. Nice night. McKee underneath on a great feed from Coleman.
Philadelphia looks very sharp, belying the fact that they've struggled mightily over the last 2 weeks of the regular season here, losing 5 of their last 7 games.
Leitner lost the handle and Kenny Thomas snatches it. Here comes Coleman, Snow, and Thomas together. Eric Snow with the left hand.
Derek Coleman's controlling this game. Passing, rebounding, running the floor, drawing defenders with him, freeing up his teammates.
4-point Philadelphia lead with 5:50 to go first quarter. We're glad you're along with us on our NBA Wednesday on ESPN. Sixers came in 47-34. The Wizards 37-44. And if they lose this, they'll match the exact same record of a year ago. Hughes on a drive in the paint, and nice job holding his ground inside was Kenny Thomas to draw the charge. Let's check in with Michelle Tafoya. Michelle?
Brad, before the game, I spoke with Allen Iverson about the importance of tonight, and he told me we're in the playoffs. That's the positive. We'll try to be as relaxed as we can tonight, have fun. We have to execute. But he said, most importantly, mentally, we have to be here tonight because so many guys are hurt.
I wonder, Bill, mentally, and the fun part, if all the Michael Jordan stuff that was going on and the buzz in this building is taken away. Doesn't seem to have taken away their focus on the ballgame so far.
No, I think their focus has been sharpened by the fact that they see Derek Coleman running so fluidly up and down the court, and that Aaron McKee is handling the ball effortlessly.
Leitner got a nice look, and he buried it. His second jumper. Christian's got 4.
What you have to do as a player is to feed off the emotion of these special moments and let the glory of Michael Jordan enrich your body, your spirit. Michael Jordan couldn't quite get his hands on that steal.
Does come off the Leitner. Michael with a jumper. A little short. Iverson runs down court. Jordan trying to shag him down, and Hughes, I think, is going to be the guilty party.
But the fact that Michael Jordan has averaged over 41 minutes a game over the last dozen or so ball games.
He is the only Washington Wizard who has not missed a game. Think about that. He's played them all. Here he is trying to hustle back. McKee got a little shoulder in there. He was trying to track Iverson down. And Allen goes to the free throw line. That's his first point.
In hoping that Michael Jordan plays the full game tonight and hopefully into overtime, he's got 40,000 career minutes and change. If he plays a lot of minutes, then he'll get over 41,000 minutes.
Sounds like a real good phone plan.
Yes, but Elvin Hayes in his last 2 ball games, he worked it out. So his last 2 ball games, he finished as the all-time minutes played leader in NBA history at 50,000 even, since surpassed by Robert Parrish and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Robert, the newest inductee, or one of them, into the Hall of Fame. Tyronn Lue on a little fadeaway. Drops it down. 17-15, Philadelphia.
Fans still remember Tyronn Lue and the job he did against Iverson in the finals a few years back, harassing him, forcing him into tough shot attempts.
Snow trying to go to the baseline. Juan Dixon trying to stay with him, and Juan's giving away a little size there. So Eric Snow will go to the free throw line. Eric Snow was the guy that took the microphone and invited Michael Jordan out to accept that golf cart that Moses Malone, World Free, and Julius Erving were in when they drove it on the court. Michael's smile was a broad one, I'll tell you, as Eric misses the free throw. As 2 legendary careers come to a close, Spurs guard Steve Kerr compares Michael Jordan and David Robinson in their final seasons on NBA.com. There's Moses and Dr. J.
Few franchises in NBA history have as many legendary players as this Philadelphia 76ers. Charles Barkley, Dr. J, Moses Malone, Wilt Chamberlain, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer.
Tell you, the guy that's coaching the Wizards wasn't a bad one either.
Doug Collins, 4-time All-Star.
Jordan. Rebound McKee. McKee running much better. Had some back spasm problems. Kept him out of the lineup at times.
Philadelphia's moving crisper without the ball than the Wizards are.
Kenny Thomas, nice move inside to draw the foul from Brendan Haywood. Last time we saw the Sixers, Kenny Thomas didn't do anything, and he's off to a great start here.
Realizing the importance, like Michael Jordan, of playing your best in the biggest of games. Nice traveling violation to get into his rhythm there.
Kenny to the free throw line.
Coming over in the midseason trade from the Houston Rockets. And really, they have in Philadelphia 2 truly unique forwards. You can't classify Van Horn, who's about to check in, or Kenny Thomas as a pure 3 or a pure 4, presenting all kinds of matchup problems for their opponents.
There's Van Horn, who's been injured. Biggest lead so far for the Sixers, up 5. Kwame Brown with the outside jumper, and he nailed it.
A young player coming in as the #1 pick invariably goes to a horrendous team that has no playoff hopes. He gets to play all the time. That has not been the case for Kwame Brown.
Oh, what a shot by Iverson.
But there is still no excuse for Kwame Brown in not learning how to play with Michael Jordan for Doug Collins. Because if you can't play under those circumstances, what kind of game do you really have?
Here is Kwame Brown. Nice feed to Brendan Haywood. The big guy inside's fouled by McKee. Aaron McKee picks up his second. Allen Iverson, the big night last night, kind of a slow start tonight. Hit a couple of free throws and then put the brakes on Tyronn Lue and buried his first field goal. His team up 5.
Impeccable road manners. Well-dressed interior. Looks best in red. Introducing the all-new Mazda 6.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver. Stop, pop out the stainless steel. Break bread with the enemy. How many cats I break bread with? I break who you sending me. First we gonna rock, then we gonna fold. We let it pop, don't let it go.
Def Jam Vendetta. Rated T for Teen.
EA Sports.
Deal, we have a bachelorette party that wants to find a great hotel in Florida, and money's tight. Destination Orbitz.
Well, sir, our new hotel matrix is loaded with options, and I just negotiated another Orbit Saver for a hotel in Miami. In fact, Hunt and Star are there right now.
This Orbit Saver hotel's amazing, close to the beach, and the view's magnificent.
It certainly is.
Aye, Candy. The bachelorettes will be pleased. Another mission accomplished, Deal.
Tomorrow's special was going to be vegetarian lasagna, but since spaghetti with marinara sauce was served today, the staff did not feel it was appropriate to have 2 Italian dishes in a row. Therefore, the new special is shepherd's pie and lentil soup.
Mike Tirico, Greg Anthony in the studio. A Taco Bell update. The Pistons locked into the 1 seed. Boston locked into the 6. Nothing to gain here tonight. But Greg, look ahead to the postseason for the Celtics.
Well, they need to start playing well. This is a big game for them. They can get some confidence going. Only team in the playoffs without having a third scorer in double figures.
They have Walker and Pierce. Pierce has 8 so far. Meantime, the Cavaliers trailing by 1. If they lose, they will have the most ping pong balls in the lottery. You'll see that May 22nd on ABC. Back to Brad and Bill in Philly.
All right, Mike, thanks. Welcome back. It is 22-17, and the Eastern Conference, if the season ended right now before these games tonight, here's how it would look. Detroit is the number 1 seed, Milwaukee the 8. But Philadelphia can finish anywhere from 3rd to 5th, depending on what New Orleans and Indiana do. And New Jersey. New Jersey's playing Indiana tonight, as Mike and Greg were talking about. So we got to watch all those as we go.
The only thing set is 1 and 2, Detroit and New Jersey. Everything else is up for grabs here.
There are actually 2 playoff series in the West that are already determined who's playing who. Everything else has come down to the final night of the season.
And I can't remember another time in NBA history where so much was on the line on the final evening of the regular season.
The Sixers are 24-16 at home, and obviously they'd like to hit the extra home game if it was necessary. Van Horn. And I don't know if a drive and a landing like that is good on your favorite injury.
Look at this. And he comes out of that limping and grimacing. That's not a good sign. An even worse sign was the defense by the Washington Wizards here.
Give him credit. It was a nice move to get there, but the landing was terrible.
But why would Brendan Haywood go for a pump fake on a guy who hasn't played in 2 weeks? Who just touched the ball, got plantar fasciitis, hasn't practiced a single minute.
Check in with Michelle with more on Keith Van Horn.
Yeah, Larry Brown concerned about his injury, but he knew Keith Van Horn really wanted to play tonight. And Larry Brown, honestly, unsure about how he would manage his minutes. And Brown said, what drives me nuts is what might have been if all these guys had stayed healthy, but that's the way it goes, Brad.
They've used so many different lineups really over the last 2 years, having lost so many guys to injury.
The breaks of the game.
Yep.
Shot clock here.
Literally the break sometimes. Lou flying through traffic, an air ball.
What a pass. Juan Dixon just a bit late on identifying that running lob.
I guess I was too. I was a bit late identifying it myself. And it looked as though we were going to get a 20-second timeout, but not. So Hill will inbound for the Sixers.
But the fact that Michael Jordan led the NBA in scoring a record 10 times, breaking one of Wilt Chamberlain's most sacred records.
Iverson around a pick. Pass was knocked out by Dixon. 10 on the shot clock, 1:48 in the first quarter. Van Horn squares up on Brown. And a cheap foul. Talking about Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan, and we did the game where Michael passed Wilt on the all-time scoring list. But even if he didn't score at all tonight, he will finish in front of Wilt in points per game for a career.
And they had the all-time NBA team celebration in Cleveland in 1997. They had the 50 guys in the room just before walking out for the final time to be honored. Wilt and Michael were over in the corner while everybody else was signing autographs, talking and everything. Wilt and Michael were over in the corner arguing as to who the greatest player ever was of all time. Wilt's point was that, look, they changed the rules to make it harder for me to score. They changed the rules to make it easier for you to score, and a nightmare of a press offense for Doug Collins.
Well, you take a look at the all-time scoring list, and Karl Malone, if he continues to play, be it Utah or someplace else, probably about 2 seasons, midway through 2 seasons from now, at the rate he's going, if he keeps playing like that, he would have that all-time scoring record from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's going to pass Kareem.
He doesn't show any signs of slowing down, only signs that he probably won't be with the team that he's been with so long.
I just don't like to see guys applying for other jobs while they still have one that they're getting paid very handsomely for.
Michael Jordan's 1 for 6 from the floor. Iverson trying to work his way through the traffic, and he's fouled.
Washington's defense has left a lot to be desired. And this has to be frustrating for Michael Jordan, because Michael, while he was leading the NBA to 10 scoring titles, he was also being named the Defensive Player of the Year.
9 times straight. Iverson, 9 times on the all-defensive team, hits the free throw.
But defense is the commitment to hard work and having an intelligent plan that you execute. All things that you associate with Michael Jordan.
Well, you know, there's a lot of guys in the league that would love to have 123 steals coming into the game, as Michael Jordan has. The leading guy is Allen Iverson with a team record. He's got 1 tonight already. Most guys don't work hard enough to get 123 steals when they're 40 years old, and he just dropped in his second field goal. Michael's got 4.
I think the fans are going to get mad at Doug Collins, a local hero here, if he takes Michael Jordan out of the game.
That's right. Allen Iverson over everybody that time. Well, in Michael Jordan's last visit to Atlanta, they came down to the final 0.6 seconds at probably a home clock, and the crowd was booing. The Hawks were winning. But Michael Jordan would have hit the shot that would have won it. But they gave him a little too much time at the end, they thought. There's a finger roll. The tongue came out, but he missed it. Final seconds, first quarter. Iverson with the final shot. Got it.
A very slow start for Iverson. He has worked his way into this one.
And he's worked his team to an 11-point lead, their biggest so far. He drops in the outside jumper with the end of the quarter coming to a close. Michael Jordan with 4. One of the guys he says, I leave the league in good hands, is Allen Iverson. Iverson off to a 9-point start. And at the end of one, the Sixers at home lead the Wizards 31-20. Dr. J with a presentation, a long-standing ovation. It's been a great night so far, but right now Michael Jordan would like his team to have the lead. It doesn't.
If you want to be voted an Automobile Magazine All-Star, you better be good. If you want a unanimous vote, you better be Mazda 6. Only Mazda 6, the car they said delivers high content of engineering and luxury features, got the thumbs up from all the judges. Oh, and these guys? no all-stars here.
Yeah.
Lease an all-new Mazda 6i for $239 a month for 39 months with $25.39 due at lease signing.
I leave work at 7, start my trip home, and that's when I make my call to my son. It gives me some dad time that much soon. It's like being home with him before I actually get home.
With Singular's 7 to 7 plan, your nights start 2 hours earlier at 7 p.m. No one else offers that. Plus, get nationwide long distance and get a free phone with a $20 donation to Special Olympics.
I call it the Kyle Lewis It's Important My Night Start Early plan.
Come into Singular now to find the plan that fits you best.
Dos Equis. Sooner or later, you'll get it.
Ask me about 2. Ask me about 2 with authority. And be sure to ask me about 2 in my house.
Going on right now. Walk into any Foot Locker and pick up 2 pair for just $89.99.
Just remember, you've only got 2 hands.
See the most phenomenal international athletes from 6 world regions compete at the first ever X Games Global Championship. Presented by McDonald's, beginning May 17th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC Sports.
We've come this far. It's within our grasp. We can do it. Now, what time is it? Winning time! I can't hear you. What time is it? Winning time! Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Winning time!
It's time for McDonald's new winning time game. Just peel, reveal for a chance to win great prizes like drive time, sell time, cash time, and chow time. It's fast, fun, and easy.
What time is it? Winning time! No, what time is it really? We've got practice.
Back at First Union Center, Boys to Men singing a tribute to Michael Jordan. One of the great songs, and how fitting. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Boys to Men. Teddy Pendergrass sang the national anthem. The great lead singer Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes. Is this not a happening tonight or what?
They ran a video tribute to Michael Jordan during the quarter break. They just
phenomenal.
Everybody on the edge of their seats came to their feet in a joyous standing ovation. Goosebumps, just body just tingling.
I watched those guys warm up. I watched everybody warm up. Both teams, Harold Melvin, Teddy Pendergrass, Boys to Men. You could get shivers in this building 3 hours before Michael showed up, to be honest with you. Let's check in with David.
You know, Brad, one of the many things that Doug Collins has talked about this year about Michael Jordan is that he wished these young players could have practiced with a young Michael Jordan. He thinks that's where they would have learned the most about him, not playing the games, but practicing with him, seeing how he competed, seeing how he challenged his teammates to do better, seeing how he physically got in their faces. He says that if they had had a chance to practice with Charles Oakley and Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing when they were all 25, that would have been the best lesson they could have possibly gotten playing with him.
No doubt about that. And Michael, it's not that he doesn't practice, but he can't go the whole practice every day. He's got to ice his knees. I mean, you just don't go like he did 15 years ago.
In years gone by, when things didn't go well for Michael Jordan, he could always just outwork you. He'd always just come and rely on that phenomenal athleticism that when he first came on the scene, nobody had ever witnessed before.
But it was not just the talent. You said the key thing there. It was the work. He outworked you, and he out-talented you. Salmons loses out of bounds.
He had that rare combination of power, of finesse, of athleticism. But mostly he had the mind. He had the heart, the soul, the personality.
And Van Horn is not slowing down. Peace come to play.
But he doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look relaxed out there. He told us that he really wanted to use this game to try to get that sense of being relaxed on the court.
Let's check in with Michelle.
Larry Brown told me, Brad, before the game, I used to get caught up watching Michael Jordan when I was out there coaching and what he did. He raised the bar for coaches, for players, for fans. He raised expectations. And Brown said, as a young coach, I showed tapes of him diving for loose balls, and I'm sure many coaches still use those tapes, Brad.
No doubt. Keith Van Horn, 8 points off the Sixers bench.
Nice to see Allen Iverson go up and give a little pat on the backside to Van Horn after knocking down the first free throw.
Philadelphia on a 15-5 run right here to stretch their lead out to 13. And the foul's going to be on Keith Van Horn.
How far can Philadelphia really expect to go if Van Horn is not going to be a major factor when he's played so well for him this year? It wasn't until he got hurt that they realized just how effective he had been.
Simmons outside jumper. Jahadi White cleans up. Jahadi White playing in only his 16th game. He's battled injury. Really had to work hard to get back in playing shape and to be able to play. He's been a pretty big contributor the last month and a half of the season. Iverson was going to pass it. He says, I'll take that instead. Allen's got 11.
Allen Iverson came off a pick and what was supposed to be a roll. These days, everything is pick and run to the three-point line.
In this case, the only roll was the ball rolling through the net. Under 10 minutes, second quarter. Brad Nessler, Bill Walton, David Aldridge, Michelle Tafoya, and our ESPN crew here at First Union Center in Philadelphia. Allen Iverson, when he gets it going, watch this now. He was looking to pass, and then over a big guy just, I'll try this.
He's got a 7-footer right in his face. Net. Allen Iverson, along with Tracy McGrady, the two dominant offensive forces in the Eastern Conference, a conference that will place a lot of emphasis on home court in these upcoming playoffs, but also on health.
Tracy McGrady, the guy that'll win the scoring title this year after Iverson has won it the last 2 and 3 of the last 4.
Tracy could not score at all tonight at Milwaukee and still win it unless Kobe gets a cajillion billion.
Might not be out of the question.
Against Golden State, the pace will be fast enough.
Derek Coleman's outside jumper. Juan Dixon with a rebound. Dixon's had a couple of his better games against the Sixers this year. An 18-point outing and a 19-pointer. Here's Juan, the rookie from Maryland. Got it.
Can we get David Aldridge to go over there and tell Doug Collins to put Michael Jordan back in the game?
Just a suggestion, right?
Doug was extremely happy and beaming, so proud before the game. Wonderful years for Doug and his family here in this city. The #1 draft pick, Doug Collins, of this franchise. #1 overall pick,
yeah,
in the NBA, 1973.
Right now his team down 11 though. 8:51. The Masters on the bench. He'll probably be checking back in when we come back. Please.
Yo, Mars Blackman here, my main man Michael Jordan on the speed dial. Yo, money, is me.
Who?
Me.
Who?
Me. From back in the day.
Mars?
Yeah. Is this really it? You're gonna retire? Going to quit? Is it true?
Yes, Mars.
You sure?
Yes, Mars.
Really? Truly? Cross your heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye?
Yes, Mars.
Call me back in 5, doing a commercial, Mr. Nike. You gonna hang him up? You be playing golf? No baseball, though. I'll read with dirt. Sayonara. Adios. Avidasing. So long. Goodbye. Farewell. For good. Again?
Goodbye, Mars.
It comes to athlete's foot. This is the latest. This isn't. Lotrimin Ultra, the latest prescription strength medicine available without a prescription. The latest cure, so ultra powerful. 1 use a day is all you need. Nothing's proven stronger or faster. Lotrimin Ultra.
2 back-to-back sports centuries on ESPN Classic. Each night, the icons of yesteryear. Then the heroes of here and now. Sports Century's Old School, New School Week. All this week, 8 Eastern on ESPN Classic. In a world of computer confusion, 3 young interns will soon learn there's one place with all the answers. A place where you can get a PC made just for you at a price that's right for you. A place where computer confusion has met its match.
Thanks for calling, Dell. What can I build for you today?
Get ready Dell presents The Interns.
So, what do you think of my movie?
Well, that's one way to make an intern training video.
Now you can get a Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor and an awesome flat panel display for just $6.99 after mail-in rebate. And right now, you'll get free shipping. Visit our website for even more great offers. And check out our notebooks, too. You're not just getting a great deal, you're getting a Dell.
Darren, about my close-ups, there could be more of them.
Rated E for easy. Easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Mike Tirico, Greg Anthony in the studio. The Sports Center in-game update at the Fleet again. Detroit locked into the 1 seed, Boston the 6. But the Pistons bench, if they play well, they will be a postseason threat.
Well, that's what's really carried them all season. The fact John Barry, Corliss Williams have played so well all season, and that's what separated the Pistons.
Game all square, 46. They call the bench the alternators for the Pistons, the whole auto theme. I love that. There are the key games that are coming up starting in a few minutes. If Philly keeps going and can win this game, they're in better shape. The Pacers certainly watching. Magic Bucks play for 7-8. Keep you updated all night, Brad.
All right, Mike. Thanks, fellas. Nice to have you with us tonight. Nice to have all of you watching tonight. Final game of the season and the final game in the career of Tommy Nunez, longtime NBA official, 30 years. And he was the recipient of a plaque here from the 76ers before the game. Hugs from Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson and everybody on the court.
Tommy Nunez, one of the great officials this league has ever known.
We wish him the best in what comes next. There's the call.
But it's people like Tommy Nunez who make the NBA the greatest show on earth. Guys who have made something out of their lives from nothing. The humble origin and background of Tom Nunez.
Here's Iverson driving against, actually ran into Jahidi White, I think. And checking to make sure that there's nothing between the cornrows except scalp.
Nice ball movement, Derek Coleman.
Iverson, the pull-up 17-footer, falling away, slides all the way to midcourt in front of us, and he's got 13.
You know what it must be like to weigh 145 pounds.
Instead of having one of your legs weigh that much. 39-26.
Jahidi White's doing a yeoman's job out there.
I like the bulk he brings to the inside for them.
I like the work ethic.
Watch this last shot.
How do you guard this? A guy driving away from the hoop, falling down, sliding on his backside.
He ended up almost at half court on the fade and the slide. Well, he had a slow start, but he's got a 13-point half with a lot left, 8:15.
Jahidi White and Allen Iverson and Patrick Ewing all having played for John Thompson. Never discount the impact of great coaching on your career. Dean Smith in attendance here tonight.
We saw an Alonzo Mourning jersey when we were coming in too, speaking of Georgetown. Kenny Thomas trying to work against Kwame Brown. Will bring it back out. Snow's wide open on the baseline, and Eric drops it.
Juan Dixon just totally lost defensively. Philadelphia looks very good. Biggest lead of the night for the Sixers.
Up 15.
Michael Jordan thankfully up off the bench. Why'd they ever take him out?
So we can have a 35-point second half for us. Kwame Brown trying to come up with his own rebound and steps out. Michael Jordan will check back in, as will Larry Hughes.
Look at his body, Jordan. 40 years old. So graceful, so fluid.
Michelle Tafoya will be with Michael Jordan for a very, very interesting interview at halftime. So stick around for that, along with Mike and Greg and the updates from the other games. Open in the corner is McKee.
Good Derek
rebound by Coleman.
He's just everywhere. It's got to be embarrassing, but Derek Coleman, how old is he? 37? He's just outworking Kwame Brown.
And now Greg Buckner gets in the act, hitting the outside jumper. Everything working right now for the Sixers.
Aaron McKee really shadowing Michael Jordan. Can't even let him receive the ball.
Hughes, nice pick and roll with Kwame Brown, and Brown's got a chance for a three-point play.
These young players, like Kwame Brown, like Juan Dixon, who will all go on, Brendan Haywood, and tremendous NBA careers, they will look back at the beginning and say, gosh, what was I thinking?
I played 2 years with Michael Jordan and didn't take advantage of it enough. Heidi White, tough offensive rebound. He just keeps hanging with it, but he missed the shot. All the way down, and a foul.
Beautiful thing about Philadelphia, they're putting their bodies in the air. They're just coming down the court in waves, saying, I'm getting to the hoop, and there is nothing that the Wizards can do about it. Sad.
Heidi White picks up his 3rd foul. Larry Brown's team looking a lot better than they did last night. Coming up at 10 here on ESPN. John Stockton, Karl Malone, and the Jazz will take on the Sacramento Kings. Second half of our doubleheader. John Saunders, Sean Elliott, Doris Burke will bring you the action. Utah and Sacramento at 10 right after NBA shoot-around. Kenny Thomas shoots it around the free throw to pick up his 7th point. Michael Jordan 4 points in the first quarter and has just been back in about a minute here in the second quarter.
Philadelphia has come with this press all night long. They are the deeper team, the more talented team, and seemingly, if not sadly, the more interested team at this point.
8 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan on the baseline.
The flash cameras are too cool. But every time he touches the ball, the place just lights up in a giant strobe. No hesitation at all in Philadelphia's game. They're just getting whatever they want, whenever they want. Even with Iverson on the bench.
Coleman. Simmons clears it off. Michael Jordan will bring it down. Lob pass to Kwame Brown. Nice assist.
Nice hands. Catch the ball one time, please.
So the 2 big young guys are in there together, Brendan Haywood and Kwame Brown.
And it was that duo right there of Brown and Haywood that led me to think that this was going to be a special season for the Wizards.
And there's a block shot inside. Jordan, another nice pass to the other big guy, and he's hauled down before he can flush it home. Well, he got the nice pass ahead to Kwame Brown, who got the easy bucket. Brendan Haywood almost the recipient of one as well. Here's Jordan's last assist. Picture perfect, and the easy one. But there are dunks, and then there are dunks.
Ooh.
How about the All-Star game?
Throw it down.
Air Jordan. Amazing. A few flash bulbs going off on that one, too. 5:18 till halftime, 45-30, Philadelphia.
These are America's mean streets, where the truth is heard. And now there's a new rapper in town. A plain white rapper.
Y'all got guns? Makes me wanna run. I ain't having no fun. I feel like I'm a hot dog and y'all be the bun.
Jamie Kennedy, Tay Diggs, Anthony Anderson, Regina Hall, and Snoop Dogg.
Stuart Little? That little white rat ain't got nothing on me. Pound it.
Malibu's Most Wanted. Rated PG-13.
I'm down.
Starts this Friday.
Cheese for just $8.99. Come get a taste of our new bold flavor.
NBA TV presents NBA action in high definition. Experience NBA basketball like never before. It's so real you can touch it. Now, NBA TV comes to you in state-of-the-art high definition. You'll have to see it to believe it. Watch the world's greatest athletes, larger than life. The NBA in high definition, only on NBA TV. It's fantastic.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Wednesday, brought to you by Warner Brothers' new motion picture, Malibu's Most Wanted, in theaters Friday.
On that last play when Jahidi White picked up his third foul, Michael Jordan, for one, thought that Aaron McKee had double dribbled in midair before the foul, and he talked about it with Tommy Nunez. And here's our court sounds. Listen to this conversation.
He never controlled it, Michael. He never
picked it up and then he
but he didn't touch it with both hands.
Yeah,
That's the thing. You think so, Michael? 55 hits, 2 to come. Michael, I didn't see 2 hands on him, Michael. But I believe you.
You did.
But I believe you. I saw one. I saw the one hand on it.
I believe you, Michael. A lot of people have believed in him over the years, and he hasn't disappointed anybody.
One of the great things about Michael Jordan's personality, though, is that while people have always given him so much respect, he gives respect back.
Haywood hits the free throw. Let's check in with D.A.
The big question in Washington, of course, is whether Michael Jordan will come back, and who will he bring back next season when he goes back to being president of basketball operations. The Wizards like some of their young players on this team. Tyronn Lue is a guy that both Jordan and Doug Collins have been very complimentary of. He likes both of the rookies, Juan Dixon and Jared Jeffries. But after that, the picture gets a little hazier. And one big question is, what will Jerry Stackhouse do? He can opt out of his contract this summer. He's got 2 years left. Stackhouse, before the game, telling reporters, the circus is over. It's time for a new era. So it sounds like Jerry wants to come back next year, guys.
And it sounds like there's a whole bunch of love there between Tar Heels, doesn't it? And Derek Coleman fouled Kwame Brown. Well, when you're a superstar, or at least you think you're a superstar in your own right, and obviously when you're the number 15 scorer in the league, Jerry Stackhouse is an all-star player. And it's tough when you're on the same team with a guy that went to the same college that you did, preceded you at Chapel Hill, and then just proceeded to become the greatest player ever. It can't be easy. But as Bill said earlier, why not take advantage of it instead of fighting it?
It's mind-boggling to me.
I was just going to say, this is the first time you haven't said anything.
It's mind-boggling to me how playing with Michael Jordan would be a burden, other than him wanting you to do very well every single night out.
And he has said that. He said, if I'm a burden to the young guys, then the young guys need to work harder. I'm not trying to be a burden. I'm trying to be a teammate.
How can it possibly be a bad thing that Michael Jordan is playing basketball?
Kwame Brown now has 3 fouls, as does Jahidi White. So the two of the 3 big guys inside for the Wizards in some foul trouble here. We still have 4.5 minutes in the half. Allen Iverson, 13 points so far on the night for AI, and adds the free throw. Another off-the-court incident occurred a couple of nights ago here in Philadelphia, in Old City, as Allen Iverson was with some teammates and some friends, and one of his friends was shot in the leg in a drive-by shooting situation. So again, people talk about, is it the wrong place, the wrong time, or should Allen Iverson stay home more? Well, you know, he's a young guy that wants to go out. Can't blame him for that, but sometimes things like that seem to follow him. And it had the whole city abuzz again for a non-basketball issue.
Not a good thing.
Let's check in with Michelle.
You know, I talked about that issue with Allen Iverson before the game, and he said, I understand that every time something bad happens when I'm around, people are going to look at it as something that has to do with me. He said it was an unfortunate accident, and fortunately his friend is in pretty good shape in the hospital, getting better. But he said, I'm learning slowly but surely that it becomes my responsibility to deal with all the attention, positive and negative, that surrounds me. Brad?
You just look at his on-the-court work. It is something that would make a guy like Michael Jordan smile, because Allen Iverson pours his guts on the court every night. banged up as he is. The little guy gets banged up and is banged up. And just hit the last shot to give himself 17 points in the half.
Where does that creativity come from? I mean, the visualization, the creativity of the mind.
Michael Jordan's first field goal of the second quarter. 6 for the game for Michael. Van Horn, the low block, kicks it back outside. Wide open is Coleman outside.
Good sign that Van Horn able to get back into the game and try a second stint here.
Offensive foul on Simmons. It'll be his second.
Michael Jordan's ability to pull the trigger on the jumper there before the defense can get set. Michael Jordan has always had the ability to jump over people. He's never relied on it.
Starting tomorrow is going to be jumping over sand traps if he ends up in any. He told David before the game that first 36 might come tomorrow morning if the weather's good. Van Horn inside.
I just hope that Michael doesn't retire and retreat to his mansion on the hill. He has so much to give in so many different areas. His life is really just beginning, and he could look at, say, a Magic Johnson as a true role model in how you can go out there and change the world in so many different and bigger ways than just through basketball.
I don't think Michael will become a recluse by any stretch of the imagination. He loves this game too much to not be involved in it. Obviously doesn't need it monetarily, but he's been such a big part of it. He's given us so many thrilling moments. How about March 28th, 1990?
He's got 60.
On his way to a career high.
With 69.
69 points.
Thanks for letting me bring Fifi.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon, the stars, and the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light.
Whoa! For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him. Ooh.
May 2nd.
The Chevy Trailblazer worst-case scenario. What to do if tailgated by a giant ore hauler? Don't slow down or pull one of those I'm braking slightly to freak you out stunts. You won't like the results. Simply let that standard 275 horsepower Vortec engine send a clear message. Get off my rear, ore man. Here you have a best-case scenario. Chevy Trailblazer. Like a rock.
Michelin designed the cross-terrain SUV tires specifically for SUVs to help provide responsive handling and a smooth ride. You'd be surprised just how smooth. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Mike Tirico with Greg Anthony. AT&T Halftime Report is coming up, and the games that you're most interested in are just starting right now.
Yeah, the Nets and Pacers, I think, is going to be a huge game, as well as the Bucks and Magic. Should be real good basketball.
All playoff implications, teams playing hard. Plus, at halftime, Michelle Tafoya's visit with Michael Jordan. MJ will talk about the Doug Collins story, how he's going to feel tomorrow when it's all done. See you for the Halftime Report in a few, Greg.
All right, fellas, keep us posted on those other games because it'll have a bearing on where we're heading for the weekend. Allen Iverson's been the star tonight so far with 17 points. And he'll be a star for a lot of years to come.
Michael Jordan's been the star tonight. Even though he hasn't put the numbers up, the emotional moments,
the flashbulbs are for him, you're right.
The focus. Yet even though there's been so much attention on Michael, he's never put himself in a situation where he tried to seem bigger in the game, even though he is really big.
Snow trying to get it ahead to Van Horn, and that ball ran into some traffic. As he told us before the game, or told David, I don't need all the hoopla here. I know there is a lot. Yeah, I guess. Buckner inside. Haywood might have gotten a piece of that, and Jordan with a rebound.
This is so very reminiscent of a gigantic NBA Finals game.
Hughes rips it on the baseline.
With all the media, over 200 additional media requests for this game alone because of Michael Jordan's presence.
They had to put the overflow in the hockey press box, I think is where a lot of them went. Jordan almost came up with a steal from behind Van Horn. Michael, in the previous 3 games when these two teams got together, had 19 in the first game as a non-starter. Then as a starter, 16 in one and 25 in the next.
Michael Jordan is so good. Another team retired his number. Miami.
Tyrone Hill.
Down Tyrone. Nice interior defense by Washington.
53-40. The lead, the biggest it's been, has been 17. It's been hanging around that 13 spot right now with a minute and a half to go. And Hughes keeps it alive and hit it from the baseline. So Larry Hughes has hit back-to-back baskets from the same spot. He's got 7.
But the difference in the teams right now is what has to grate on Michael Jordan and Doug Collins the most. Is that Philadelphia is playing as a team and Washington is playing as a group of individuals out there with their own agendas.
Buckner misses on the baseline. Van Horn keeps it alive. Iverson for 3. Got it. 20 for Iverson.
Remember Michael's last game at Staples this year against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Kobe went for 55.
They kind of want to show that the league will go on. And Allen Iverson's having that kind of game so far. He started slow. Van Horn really hustled to keep this ball alive and slapped it out there. Iverson, the recipient, and the 3-pointer.
The quickness of Van Horn, his ability and willingness to keep his arms above his shoulders and not get wrapped up down low. Simmons did all he could. Simmons has got a nice body right there.
Whoa, it's enough to blind you when Michael Jordan takes a free throw because the fans have enough time to line up their cameras.
And they do have a rule against flash photography.
I shouldn't pull mine out then, should I? I got one over here for you. Wow. I don't care if it's a rule or not. It's cool. It's very cool. Final 40 seconds of the half. Iverson working against Simmons. Here's Eric Snow. Iverson got it back.
Beautiful ball movement.
And Michael Jordan, another rebound. It's about a 2-second difference on the shot clock and game clock.
Clear the side for Michael Jordan and let him go. Give us a treat.
There's the side cleared. Greg Buckner, the only obstacle so far.
Derek Stafford blows a whistle. Puts him on the line one more time.
Might as well see some more flashbulbs.
Get the cameras out. Reload.
Playoff starts Saturday afternoon on ESPN. Triple-header starting at 12:30. Saturday night on TNT. A doubleheader starting at 8 o'clock. And Sunday afternoon, ABC, 3 o'clock game for you. So a technical mixed in as well.
So there's going to be 5 games on Saturday?
Yeah.
That is cool. We need more days like that.
Let's see if Michael Jordan touches it before halftime. There he is, flashing the back door and slamming it home. Michael Jordan. Iverson, one last chance. Almost went in. So the last basket of the first half belongs to the man playing his last game. Michael Jordan with the flash cut baseline, got behind Buckner and still has the hops to flush one home.
Throw one down, Michael. One last time, please.
9 for Michael in the half. Allen Iverson, the leading scorer for Philadelphia, with 20. Let's check in with Michelle.
All right, Brad, alongside Eric Snow, you told me coming into this game you guys were going to approach it like a playoff game, like the playoffs started tonight. How would you rate the first half effort?
I don't think it was great, but I think it was good enough for us to come out and get some energy and have a 10-point lead. But we just got to maintain it. Our problem has been putting 2 good halves together the last 5 or 10 games or so.
All right, on a different note, you had the honor of introducing Michael prior to the game and presenting him with the gift. What was that like?
Oh, that's an honor. Just the fact that we played against him and we have a chance to play, against him in his last game, and the fact that I was the one that was able to, give him the gift and talk to him, it's just an honor.
All right, good luck the rest of the way, Eric. Thanks for stopping. Back to you, Brad.
One of Eric's 3 little boys was at the game dribbling around at halftime. He gets to see Michael Jordan's last game, too, because his dad's a 76er. AT&T halftime report. Michelle with the interview with Michael Jordan. Mike and Greg will be back in the studio to update us on the other games and look at the playoff picture. Half one is complete. The First Union Center, 56-46. The old and the new. Michael Jordan has 9. Allen Iverson has 20. And the 76ers lead by 10. An important game for them at home. They lead the Washington Wizards in Michael's final game. 56-46 is our halftime score. And Michael Jordan in the first half, 9 points. We welcome you back. Brad Nessler, Bill Walton, along with David Aldridge, Michelle Tafoya. First half, Michael showed some flashes of the old Michael. He tried some things that didn't work, and he had some things that did work.
Brad, it's not easy being the best. The sense of responsibility that is always on your shoulders, an incredible burden. The intro at the start of the game and then the drive to the hoop a little bit short. Michael Jordan has always been able to put those distractions beside. Tonight, though, he seems to be enjoying the moment. He realizes that the winning and the losing is not the ultimate story in this game tonight. We see that Allen Iverson has come up with huge numbers here, 7 for 14, very nice shooting. But this has truly been a celebration of the greatness of Michael Jordan's career. He has delivered once again with his personality tonight rather than his basketball game.
That stuff on the baseline, by the way, was the final basket of the first half. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, as far as the second half goes, it's up to Michael Jordan. He can play as many minutes or as few minutes as he wants to play. Coaches are completely leaving it up to him. They'd like to be able to take him out at some point late in the fourth quarter so that the fans can give him an ovation. Now, as far as the Sixers go, let's check in with Michelle Tafoya.
David, thanks. Speaking of playing time, Larry Brown talked about Keith Van Horn and Derek Coleman. He said Keith ran better than Derek. He's asking them how they're feeling. Keith says he's fine. Derek's non-committal. He's nervous about having him out there, and he didn't like the note that first half ended on with the Wizards getting a few buckets. But he told me, somewhat jokingly, I hope they take Jordan out with a few minutes to go and call the game when we have a 1-point lead, Brad.
That would be a nice finish for the Sixers. This guy's got something else in mind. I predict he'll end up with 25, and Iverson will have about 40.
Philadelphia still needs to win this ball game. So much riding on the outcome for the Sixers. Larry Brown has to coach it to win it.
We had 4 ties in the first half. The biggest lead for the Sixers was 17 at one point. The Wizards led by 2 points a couple of times early. Snow with a pull-up jumper.
Look at Kwame Brown climb the glass. You can only get that every single time, that effort, that commitment.
Jordan, first shot of the second half goes. 11 for Michael Jordan as he hustles back on defense.
It's been special tonight to witness the fans here and their respect for Michael Jordan.
It's like no one's gotten out of their seat, even at halftime. It's just a buzz about the place. Thomas inside off the glass. Kenny Thomas, he's got 10.
The fans here in Philadelphia a couple years ago when they had the finals against the Lakers, the fans booed the halftime entertainment. Yet they gave Jordan an incredible and well-deserved ovation.
I would say, you know what, I didn't time it. The guys in the truck maybe did. I would say the ovation at the beginning of the game lasted at least 4 minutes as he hit his first shot of the third quarter on that baseline jumper.
It would still be going on except they cut it off.
Yeah, they just had to introduce the Sixers at some point. Lou trying to hit another gear and forgot to take the ball with it.
And that's what's going to be so very sad at the end. Is that at some point we will realize all too well that we're not going to see him on this court again.
We'll enjoy it for 2 more quarters. Allen Iverson with a steal. Got around. Tommy Nunez behind the back to Snow, but he's fouled going up.
This game is turning into an all-star game.
Sort of.
I mean, with the crowd that we have here, Spike Lee coming, Ron Harper here. There's another big football player. I know he's a friend of yours.
Warren Sapp is here.
But,
watch this steal right in front of us. Almost took out the referee, both our camera guys, and he still stayed in bounds and then went behind the back with it.
We can only hope Tommy Nunez doesn't get hurt in his final game.
That'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Michael telling us in the pregame interview that that would be his worst fear. The durability of Michael Jordan. I mean, his ability to come and deliver every single day. Because when you're really good, they come after you. They come after you physically. We saw it the first game in the highlight earlier when Rulin just said, "Welcome to the NBA, rookie." And Michael just kept coming and never stopped.
And if you missed what we said earlier, he's the only Wizard that's played all 82 games this year.
Larry Hughes' shot selection has left a bit to be desired. Nice passing.
Coleman lays it in, shoulder in on Brown, and Derek Coleman with only his second field goal. Lead goes back to 15.
It's amazing what Derek Coleman has done the last 2 months.
Jordan drains it over Eric Snow.
He's got it going, and every time he touches the ball, you can't see anything. It's just white lights everywhere.
Allen Iverson with the answer. 22 for Iverson.
Talking about rising to the moment. This guy, Allen Iverson, can certainly do that with the best of them.
Nice crossover dribble by Tyronn Lue. Had his shot blocked by Derek Coleman. And here come the Sixers. Iverson again behind the back. This time McKee.
Philly looks terrific. And Doug Collins says, we got to call a timeout.
They got it down to single digits, and now it's swelled back to the biggest lead of the night. Allen Iverson said, let's hear it for us. Michael Jordan has come out in the third quarter and done his thing as he first hit his baseline jumper and then that one from the wing over Snow, but Allen Iverson came back on the other end with a crossover and the jumper on the baseline to have the answer. And then on the break, Iverson sneaks one to McKee on the 3-on-1. It's 67-50 Philadelphia.
Introducing the fast new C230 sports sedan with a supercharged compressor engine. To catch one, you gotta be in one.
You can be fast, or you can be strong.
you can find a way to be both. What's my thirst? Doing whatever it takes.
It's about that time.
What's yours?
It's about that time.
This Friday.
Brad, you live in Malibu. You're not a rapper.
The only way to change him
This is my sizzle, the Rizzo.
is to
Scare the black at him.
Don't be hating. What's up? Please don't be hating. Shut up, stupid.
Jamie Kennedy, Tay Diggs, Anthony Anderson.
I'm Malibu's most wanted, y'all. Oh my God!
Malibu's Most Wanted. Rated PG-13. Starts this Friday.
Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping. Home, where my music's playing. Home, where my love lies waiting.
The comforts of home, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Accepted at home stores everywhere.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Wednesday, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com, and Sprite, obey your thirst.
Welcome back to Philadelphia, where our telecast is also available in ESPN HD, our new high-definition service, which provides remarkably clear pictures in a widescreen format. Take a look at how these pictures look like in this enhanced format. Beautiful color. ESPN HD is made possible by our friends at Philips and Best Buy. Brad?
It's amazing. The first time we saw Michael Jordan, he was in Carolina blue, and he's going out in high-definition wizard blue, with a lot of Bulls red in between.
And so much of that all has to do with Michael Jordan's greatness, the money that he has brought to the world of sport. He has changed everything on and off the court.
He's brought the last 6 points to the Wizards dating back to the end of the second quarter, but he missed that jumper.
And Michael Jordan's sense of responsibility, of obligation, of duty. He knows the world has come to see him play tonight. He's not going to be sitting down at all until the very end.
Sixers turn it over.
How many times was he broken? Was he sick? Was he hurt? Yet he still answered the call. The only Sixer this year to play in all 82 games.
Goes up baseline, tipped in by Brendan Haywood. Brendan with 7.
Playing with Michael Jordan, you should lead the league in offensive rebounding.
McKee through an alley, left it for Coleman. He missed it, and Haywood will clear off the rebound.
Things seem to have calmed down a little bit for the Wizards since the timeout by Doug Collins.
Bobby Brown missed the outside jumper. 15-point lead goes back to 17. Eric Snow's had a good offensive game. He's played well offensively every time these teams have matched up. The last outing, he had 19 against them. He's got 12 right now.
Eric Snow's having the best season of his professional career. Over the top.
Not quite. Iverson with a pull-up jumper around the pick. Here comes Tyronn Lue. He's going to have to wait for his troops.
It's remarkable how Jordan has been able to maintain a level of productivity and efficiency as his game has completely changed.
It's not Air Jordan anymore. It's mostly floor Jordan, although we saw the dunk on the baseline to end the half.
It's skill Jordan.
Right.
Mind Jordan. Heart Jordan.
And he can still hang when he has to.
And he's basically playing for free. Last year, he donated his salary to the victims of 9/11. I'm sure he did the same thing again this year, but Michael Jordan has never been about telling people how wonderful he is and spreading stories in the press. about how many charitable and good deeds that he does, which are constant.
Larry Hughes trying to set he and Kwame Brown, maybe a double pick for Michael Jordan. Instead, it's lobbed to him in the corner. And
what a pass.
Back out to Hughes, going to have to hurry on the shot. He did get it away, and he got it to go. Hughes with 9. Here's McKee. Aaron McKee.
Philadelphia right now playing like the team that thinks it can win the Eastern Conference.
Well, when they came out of the All-Star break, they were so hot that it looked like they were going to win the #1 spot in the East, and they're playing more like that tonight than we've seen in the last few times we've watched them.
Well, Iverson just moving at a totally different speed than everybody else.
Van Horn rejected by Haywood. Hughes and Lou looking to run. Tyronn Lue with a pull-up jumper.
Van Horn is just experimenting at this time.
He's trying to see what he can do and what he can't do.
He's got to get some sort of rhythm and confidence so that when he comes out once the playoffs start and everything is totally different, he's got to be able to know in his mind that he can get it done.
Great pass by Iverson. Iverson averaging over 5 assists a game. McKee trying to get it to him. No foul call there as Haywood almost pulled his arm off. And underneath is Iverson. Allen with 24. The lead goes to 19 now.
Doug Collins looking up and down the bench, wondering if he can find somebody who will run back defensively. They keep trying to lob Michael Jordan. Maybe not the best idea.
And he gets a pass to Kwame Brown, and he fumbles it.
Nice hands.
Iverson again. Wow. Tyrone Hill keeps it alive.
This has to be frustrating for Doug Collins. But it's Larry Brown who's going to do us all a favor and call a timeout.
With a 19-point lead, he calls the timeout. 4:13 remaining, third quarter. All 76ers right now.
Third and long once again for the Texans. Carr brings the offense to the line. The Cowboys' front four has been all over the rookie.
What does your team need? The NFL Draft. Boomer, Mel Kiper Jr. and the crew bring you 17 hours, 32 teams, all 262 picks, because every round counts. The 2003 NFL Draft presented by Coors Light. Coverage begins next Saturday and Sunday, only on ESPN.
What we can do is talk about communication.
Be a great idea.
I do too.
I feel like we really haven't connected in a really long time. We used to go places together. We used to do things. It's just...
Okay, every time I try to do something special, is all I get is garbage.
You've simply lost touch with something that was once good. You can't have it back. Here. Take this home.
Rekindle your love for the internet. Call 1-800-747-6491 and get 6 months of Earthlink dial-up for half price. You also get exclusive tools to keep the internet fun, like Pop-Up Blocker that gets rid of virtually all unwanted pop-up ads, and Spaminator, it helps reduce junk email. Guess it's no wonder we recently ranked highest for customer satisfaction among dial-up internet service providers according to J.D. Power and Associates. Call, go online, or visit one of these retailers. Get 6 months of service for half price. Why wait? Move to Earthlink.
Oh, we're dialed in here in the studio. Every game means something, even the Raptors and the Cavs, because the Cavs with a loss guarantee the worst record in the NBA. But no, Carlos Boozer will not let it happen tonight. The Cavs are leading the Raptors. If the Cavs keep winning and the Denver Nuggets lose tonight, and they are hosting Houston, the teams would be tied, and since they split the 2 games of their scintillating season series, they would share the best chance of the #1 pick in the lottery, 22.5%. But more importantly, the Cavs unveiled their new jerseys at halftime. What do you think, Craig?
I tell you what, at least next year, they won't have the worst uniforms in the league, although they still may have the worst record.
That's nice. That's so nice. From the fashion plate, we send it back to Brad and Bill.
All right, fellas, nice update. As here, Michael Jordan wearing his familiar number 23. His team behind 75-56, but of course number 23 has become synonymous with Jordan, especially with the Chicago Bulls and all the great memories of Air Jordan and that number 23. But when he came back from the baseball experiment, was 45. Are those the only 2 numbers he ever wore? No. Somebody ripped off his jersey that night and he had to wear number 12. Little trivia from our truck.
And now wherever you go, you see jerseys from the Bulls, from the Wizards, over the top on the out-of-bounds play. But Michael has revolutionized so much of the game.
I would imagine that jersey is going straight to the Hall of Fame once this game is over. I like the jerseys he wears off the court. Nobody dresses better than Michael Jordan.
Have you ever seen him dressed unappropriately?
It's impeccable all the time, whether it's on the golf course, getting off the bus, coming to an arena. McKee, Van Horn trying to go up for the rebound, and he does keep it alive. Let's check in with David.
Well, guys, obviously everybody wants to know what Michael Jordan's future is going to be after tonight, whether he's going to stay with the Wizards. I'm told that tomorrow Abe Pollin, the team owner, will get in contact with Michael Jordan's representatives and try to set up a meeting, maybe as early as next week, to start the process of determining what Michael wants. I'm also told that I think what Michael wants is very simple. He wants the old deal he had a couple of years ago when he was president of basketball operations. And that means complete control over the Wizards organization in terms of personnel. That process will probably begin next week. I don't think it's going to be a very long process because both the sides want to get this done as soon as possible to move on and start getting ready for the draft and the other things the Wizards need to do.
And if that did get done in a hurry, that would take the speculation about the Charlotte expansion franchise out of the picture, which has been very much talked about anyway.
But what's the rush? Let Michael Jordan do what he wants to do. He has earned that right, that privilege.
We already know what he's doing tomorrow if the weather's nice.
Sure was gorgeous today.
Yeah, it was. It was beautiful. We were here about a week and a half ago. It was snowing. Today it was about 80. Buckner. Out to Van Horn. And Sixers keep it alive.
Philadelphia continues to outwork the Wizards on both boards.
They're just doing what they want right now with a 22-point lead. And Hill again. They'll get another try.
And all Doug Collins can do is look on. The disappointment, really embarrassment at this point.
Finally, the Wizards get a rebound, courtesy of Brendan Haywood.
We have another retirement as well. John Bach is stepping aside after 50 years in the NBA.
Long-time coach and one of the assistants with the Wizards, and Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing got together for a pretty nice retirement gift.
Gave him a brand new Rolls Royce.
John said, all I wanted was a used one. I always want to use one my whole life. And these two guys give me a brand new one. They'll take it.
John Bach has given his life to make this league what it is. Just such a special human being. Brilliant coach. Been involved with this league seemingly forever. A World War II vet from the Pacific Theater on the ships over there in active combat.
McKee at the free throw line. Speaking of overseas, this game is being televised live on ESPN and outside the United States on NBA TV. Countries receiving the feed include the Philippines, Spain, Israel, and Turkey. Globally, the game's being carried by 30 telecasters reaching 190 countries. And the Armed Forces Radio and Television Service providing the men and women of the U.S. military service a little touch of home. And we literally and figuratively salute all of you. And we can't wait until everybody's home with their families. And thank you for being there for us. steal by Iverson. Behind the back again. It's getting to the old hat. McKee is living off Iverson's assists right now.
The spacing on the fast break has been a thing of beauty for Philadelphia. And the All-Star game has indeed broken out.
Allen's got 5 assists. Aaron McKee has 13 points for the game. Kwame Brown got it to go.
Iverson has done this so many times. The block, tremendous defensive player, Allen Iverson. But in transition, you would think that Washington might start anticipating he's going to throw that behind the back pass. And then he can be like the pistol and put it behind him
and bring it back
come
around.
right at him.
He's done it about 4 times tonight. Allen Iverson, a quiet quarter scoring-wise, but he's done everything else. With the steals, the block shots, the assists. 24 points is what he has right now.
But it's also great to see the class and dignity that we're witnessing from Michael Jordan in what has to be an embarrassing moment. His team's getting just blasted here.
He's got 13. He's on the bench, and he just saw Allen Iverson, part of the future of the league. Just when we said he hadn't scored, it's like he hurt us, and he buries the three-pointer. Juan Dixon, good three-point shooter in his own right. That one just inside the line. Juan's going to be a good player.
Well, they have tremendous individual talent on this squad. Dixon, Stackhouse, Hughes, Kwame Brown, Brendan Haywood. Just never really came together at all as a team.
Keith Van Horn is driving more to the hoop than I've seen him, and he's doing it with a bad wheel.
But there is a thing as opponent selection. That's always a factor.
If they're going to let you go there, you might as well go there, huh? Here's the steal by Buckner. He and Iverson. I wonder if it's behind the back. Nope, he'll do it himself, and the foul by Van Horn. Crowd up for their 76ers. They're putting a licking on the Wizards right now. Looking like a team hungry to be at home with a first-round playoff advantage. Kwame Brown throws it away. Salmon's trying to get it over to Iverson. Allen looks up, knows he's got about 5 seconds to work with. Looking for a pick. Long ball. Not quite.
What anticipation. What a mind.
Third quarter belongs to Philadelphia. There's a smile from Allen Iverson. Keith Van Horn laying it in on a baseline drive. Then Iverson with Van Horn's follow. It is 89-64 at the end of 3.
To my oldest son, I leave the chateau on the French Riviera. To my only daughter, the Manhattan penthouse. To my youngest son, I bequeath 150 acres of uninhabitable swampland.
Terrible.
Yes!
With its amazing four-wheel drive capabilities, Jeep Grand Cherokee can make even the most unappealing terrain a lot more desirable.
You know I like you, and I like you a lot. I like Janice a lot, too, and I know she's your roommate.
Janice?
I'm not sure how to say this to you. You know that I like you a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's just that I like Janice a lot, too, and I know she's your roommate, and I wouldn't...
So date both of us.
What? What did you say?
This is Micro. He can't see the big picture. He's so focused on eating his lunch, he can't see anything else. I bet if Mike had a camera phone from T-Mobile so he could share pictures with his friends, he'd open his eyes and see everything.
I like clouds.
Clouds are neat.
See? That's what I'm talking about. T-Mobile camera phones.
Get more.
Sir, heavy rains heading toward Chicago. There are going to be flight delays.
Send out Orbit's traveler care alerts. Destination Orbit's.
I'm contacting customers via email and cell phone, so they won't have to waste time waiting in the airport. Next, I'll contact their friends and family so they know about the delays, too.
Oh, no. My husband will miss our son's birthday party.
It's going to be okay, ma'am.
We'll have him home in time to light the candles. Another mission accomplished, Care.
Are you a real fan? Want to be courtside?
Kid with the pass. Come on, guys.
Need a photo? Who's your favorite player? Searching for some numbers? Want to see the replay? Is that the game ball? Need some stuff? To experience the NBA live and to get the best seats of the hottest games, log on to NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com. What are you doing? Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Largest home crowd this year, 21,257 at First Union Center. Bill Cosby is in the house. Warren Sapp, Ron Harper, Moses Malone and Julius Erving part of the ceremony to give Michael Jordan the going-away golf course present. Spike Lee and Patrick Ewing. Let's check in with Michelle Tafoya.
With one of Philadelphia's biggest sports fans, Bill Cosby, what did it mean to you to be out here for Jordan's last big night?
Well, it was similar to my last game at Temple. It was very exciting, and I came out to see. I understand what all of this is about. All of the long cheers from the people. I had this my last game.
You can relate.
Yeah, when we played Gettysburg.
What has Michael meant to the NBA?
Nothing. You can see that these people would be here anyway. To watch a team so slow play against the 76ers, we have to go.
We do.
Because the referee is retiring also, and the people came out for him.
All right, well, you're taking off, but seriously, can you give me one candid thought about Michael Jordan and his importance?
Yeah, the NBA owes him, and they should put him with a team where he could not have to work so hard. He's got about 2 more years in him that any rookie coming in would be lucky to have. That's serious.
Thanks, Bill. Back to you, Brad.
Cos, as only he can explain things.
It's all crystal clear to me now.
I know, me too. Had the opportunity for Cos to sit down and share a Temple game that I did one time. He stayed the whole half. I had a 3-man table that day, too. Hughes on the drive on the baseline. Kwame Brown. 15 for Kwame Brown.
He's been getting the bigger minutes now that the Wizards are out of the playoffs. Doug Collins, the rest of the Wizard organization, wants to see just what Kwame Brown has.
Iverson in a lot of traffic and trying to save his own mistake on the baseline, throws it away. Sixers haven't had that many turnovers tonight. Hughes on the other end. That was only the 5th turnover by the 76ers, 3 in this half. And he's still getting up slow.
Tired.
He did a lot of work on that end to try to save that last ball from going out of bounds.
Played with such tremendous passion last night in the tough loss in Chicago.
And now it's thrown away again as Dixon anticipates the pass of Salmons and steals it. Hughes.
Get the sense that Larry Hughes is trying to put the ball up when he gets it
pretty regularly. As we approach 10 minutes remaining in the ballgame, and 10 minutes remaining in Michael Jordan's career. Iverson got one in the nose, it looked like, from a Hughes elbow. And that would be 5 on him. As the season wraps up tonight, you can keep up with the tight playoff races and other news around the league with NBA.com's Click and Roll. Allen Iverson, the number 4 scorer in the NBA, and he's right on his average. Just a shade over it right now. 27.5 is what Allen averages coming in. Bill mentioned his big game in the loss to Chicago, 42. He's got 29 right now.
How long will Larry Brown leave him out there with a 23-point lead?
And the playoffs starting.
Is Michael Jordan going to come back in, though? He's got his sweat pants on.
And a foul on Thomas.
Are we sure we can't get David Aldridge over there to
just mention it to Doug again? So the Wizards inbound with 9:45 remaining, down 91-68. Heidi White trying to handle the pass from Dixon. Handles his own miss and then got mugged by Eric Snow.
Certainly no criticism of Jahidi White for his work ethic and his determination. His willingness to mix it up with anybody and everybody. Not the most gifted, talented, or brilliant player out there, but all you can ask for is effort. 5 rebounds for Jahidi White, all on the offensive end tonight.
Go with his 3 points. Warren Sapp wouldn't even want to take a charge from Jahidi White, I don't think.
They booed him when they showed him on the big screen here.
Tampa and the Eagles don't get along that well. The Buccaneers and the Eagles, and the Buccaneers are the world champions and the Eagles aren't. So that's worth the boo. They open up the season, though, together.
The crowd is chanting for Michael Jordan. We want Mike. We want Mike.
I'm about ready to start.
Remember a year ago when he was going to take an exhibition game off because he was a little bit beat up as he was just getting back into it. They had sold all the tickets over in Detroit. And Mike wasn't going to play, and he said, hey, look, one person bought a ticket. I'm going to get out there and give them the best that I could possibly contribute.
Tonight he's been on the bench more than he's been on the floor. And has not played in this fourth quarter, has 13 points. Lou and Dixon are the guards right here with Michael Jordan on the bench. 5 on the shot clock. Jahidi White couldn't handle the pass. Another Wizards turnover there, 14th. Basketball, just an extension of Allen Iverson's hand. Sort of like a yo-yo.
So quick. So imaginative, Iverson.
Both teams sloppy right now. Dixon, long 3. Way off.
Nice quick move by Kwame Brown. Look at Jahidi White go to work on the offensive glass.
Just couldn't get the shot. Had it blocked. Iverson all the way through everybody. And they call a foul as we've got a timeout with 8:14 remaining in that man's final game. A lot more basketball left in that young fella. He leads the way as the Sixers lead big.
Introducing the fast new C230 sports sedan with a supercharged compressor engine. To catch one, you gotta be in one.
Sooner or later, you'll get it.
K-Swiss, let's go. Let's go. Part 3. Got love for my shoes, K-Swiss. K-Swiss is back with a brand new invention and the SP249 to the description. Silver stripe times 5, one of a kind, an athletic design for the times that'll blow your mind. Sporty style is on point, it won't miss. Got love for my shoes, K-Swiss. Got love for my shoes, K-Swiss.
Thanks for making me a fighter.
All right, Mike Tirico, Greg Anthony in the studio. Philadelphia has this game in hand, obviously. So the importance of this game, Pacers-Nets, becomes this. Follow me, Greg. If Indiana wins, Pacers are the 3, Sixers the 4 seed. Pacers doing their part. Al Harrington and company take care of business. If the Pacers lose, Philly's the 3, Indiana's 4. New Orleans is going to be locked in at the 5 seed no matter what happens because of Philly's win. Got it?
I got it.
Thanks. Nets Pacers all square 42. Hawks lead the Hornets by 10. That game has been rendered meaningless. Mike Bibby in Sacramento getting set to take on Utah. That's a preview of a first-round Western Conference matchup. That game will have meaning if Dallas loses to San Antonio. We're keeping an eye on that one as well, Brad.
All right, Mike, and just what you and Greg are talking about, Larry Brown made his team very aware in the last huddle about that very thing.
Leg. No doubt. Hey, let's finish it out. We don't have to travel. All right? It'll be a hell of a thing. We bitched all last year about this. So we can stay home. We got Indiana, Boston or New Orleans. We can stay home. Finish it out. Let's finish it out.
Telling the troops that last year they finished 43-39 and were eliminated by Boston in the first round of the playoffs. So Coach Brown letting them know, guys, we get to stay home, sleep in our own beds. The Eastern Conference standings, that's how they look right now as Iverson steps to the free throw line for his 30th point.
New Orleans playing terrific ball at this point. The crowd chanting.
And they're getting louder. 21,257, the second largest ever in this building and the largest crowd of the year. Looking out in the final 8 minutes of Michael Jordan's career.
Michael never succumbed to the hype and the promotion that always tried to take over his life, to take over the game. Now he's sitting over there wondering what it's going to be for the next 7:45.
McKee misses a 3. Dixon.
But Michael has obviously told Doug Collins that he does not want to play here.
Whoa. Heidi White sent that Allen Iverson shot out, but goaltending.
As a shot blocker, you can't wait at the basket area. You've got to come out and meet the attack right where the guy leaves the ground.
Simmons has hit a couple of buckets here in the fourth quarter for Washington. 7 minutes remaining, 97-74. Brad Nessler, Bill Walton, David Aldridge, Michelle Tafoya, and our ESPN crew. First Union Center in Philadelphia, where the Sixers looks like are going to be either the 3rd or the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs and would have home court advantage when they begin this weekend.
Iverson can palm the ball so effortlessly for such a tiny little skeletal structure.
Here's the outlet to Iverson. Trying to dish it to Eric Snow. And Tyronn Lue picks up the foul. Let's check in with David.
Guys, on Monday night after the last game in Washington, Doug Collins had some very pointed comments to make, saying that he had been disrespected by his teammate, by some of the young players on his team. And Michael Jordan was one of the guys that defended him when that happened. And so one of the questions this team is going to have coming into the next season is, what's Doug Collins' future, whether he wants to be back next year.
We'll talk more about that when we come back from this timeout. 6:18 remaining, his team down 23.
stars out tonight. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. Oh, 'cause I only have eyes for you. Stars out tonight.
See your local Star Mark certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz dealer for details.
Pound chick. Like, no, guy. Come on, I'm all about the lo mein. You know?
How you doing? Hey, what's up?
That's exactly what Jordan would have picked. Also very Jordan-esque.
In a world of computer confusion, 3 young interns will soon learn there's one place with all the answers. A place where you can get a PC made just for you at a price that's right for you. A place where computer confusion has met its match.
Thanks for calling Dell. What can I build for you today?
Get ready. Dell presents The Interns.
So, what do you think of my movie?
Well, that's one way to make an intern training video.
Now you can get a Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor and an awesome flat panel display for just $699 after mail-in rebate. And right now, you'll get free shipping. Visit our website for even more great offers. And check out our notebooks too. You're not just getting a great deal, you're getting a Dell.
Darren, about my close-ups, there could be more of them.
Rated E for easy. Easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Michael Jordan, 28 minutes rather, 13 points so far tonight. He hasn't shown some of the mad skills that we've seen in the past as we check our Sprite mad skills. How about back to 1986? How mad was this playoff game? 63. That shot over Larry Bird. Then Danny Ainge couldn't handle him in the paint. Whoa! There's Bill Walton. Throw it in, Michael. Throw it in over him.
Play some defense.
Bill, play some defense.
Block a shot.
Block a shot. Do something.
Don't wait at the basket area.
What were you thinking here?
Was he thinking at all?
Well, he scored on the best of them. But and now you can hear the chants of "We Want Mike" are just deafening right now. Does Mike want Philly? There's only 6 minutes left. Dixon with a steal. Gets it back off Hughes and off the glass. Let's check back in with D.A.
Well, 2 things, fellas. Number 1, to finish that Doug Collins story we started before the break. You know, Doug is given no indication that he won't be back next season, but the comments, the timing was so odd coming on Michael's last night in Washington. But before the game, Doug said, "I'm a very smart man. I speak the truth, and I know when I'm talking." So those comments had a message to some of the young guys to be ready for next season.
Some guys might not be around next season.
Yeah,
and
that's
Doug,
right.
Doug Collins and D.A., you and I spent at least a half an hour with him about a week and a half ago, and I don't think I've ever seen him more frustrated and on the disgusted side by, he said, you can't teach if people don't want to learn, basically, in a nutshell, is what he was talking about.
Yep. You know, and one more thing. Just looked at Michael Jordan with all the people chanting at him, and I kind of gave a thumb toward the court, and he shook his head in the universal sign, no.
Really? So maybe it's going to end right there.
So I don't think he wants to be on the end of a 23-point deficit right now.
Wouldn't you like to see one more shot, though? You always would.
But with Michael Jordan, people are always going to want more. But he's given us all that he's had.
He hit the final shot of the second quarter on a slam dunk. He hit the first 2 jumpers of the third quarter for the Wizards, and we really haven't seen him since.
The fans booed the last Wizard basket, wanting.
They only want one guy scoring a basket for the other team.
And he's sitting on the bench.
Meanwhile, Juan Dixon's lighting it up with a 3. And Juan has 14. So 3 of the best games that he's had this year in his rookie season have come against the 76ers. Backdoor cut by Iverson. Tyrone Hill got it too far in front of him.
Brian Skinner in the game for Larry Brown in Philadelphia right now as Michael Jordan enjoying some last poignant moments, and the fans will not let it go. They keep coming to their feet.
They're not even paying any attention to the game right now. They might if Iverson scores.
I don't think so. They're just watching Michael Jordan. And well, they should.
Hill with an air ball as the chants continue. That familiar Jordan smile is all we see from the Wizards bench.
He's in a very tough situation here.
Under 4 minutes, 99-79. Sixers by 20. Philadelphia's going to win its 48th ball game. And it appears to have home court advantage in the playoffs. Iverson pull-up jumper. I don't think my guess on Iverson's numbers are going to be too far off, Bill, but my ones on Michael Jordan are going to be askew. And Iverson with another steal.
I thought he would play the whole game.
Iverson right now, 35 points. Come on, Michael, how about one more minute?
He's not going to do it.
Allen Iverson might be done too and goes out with 35. Check in with Michelle Tafoya.
You know, Brad, Allen told me before the game that his best memories of Michael Jordan are all the series the Bulls used to play against the Knicks. Iverson said, I actually used to cry when Chicago would lose because I was such a Bulls fan. And it was Michael Jordan who gave me the vision for what I could be. Michael Jordan was the guy who made me want to play basketball, Brad.
And he is one of the first that came to the plate, Allen Iverson, and said, I'll give up my spot in the All-Star game because that guy needs to start. Michael Jordan subsequently did start the Atlanta All-Star game at the very last instant. Jerry Stackhouse having him take his spot, but it was Tracy McGrady and Allen Iverson said, your spot's ours, buddy.
The game that we have, the league that is the NBA. Right now, the last shot of record for Michael Jordan
is that one. The second jumper of the third quarter. And the second field goal successful for the Wizards in the third quarter. And that shot came at 9:41 of the third. If you're a historian of some note and you're keeping track of that at home.
But how tough for him to have to sit there and to watch an embarrassing performance by his team. Knowing that he can't do anything about changing the outcome. The fans wanting ever more from Michael Jordan.
There has to be an ending. They just didn't want it to come in the third quarter, I guess. 3 minutes remaining, and it's all Philadelphia's. They've gone over the century mark and lead by 20. Retzius on a turnaround jumper to Heidi White with a rebound. Bill, your greatest memory of Michael Jordan? You have one in particular?
Every day.
Just every day watching him play, huh?
One of the few guys in life who you could plan your life around. When the schedule would come out, you could say, okay, I'm taking this afternoon off so I can sit down and watch this game from the opening tap.
Right now on the bench with his team down, the fans want him.
See the most phenomenal international athletes from 6 world regions compete at the first ever X Games Global Championship, presented by 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls, beginning May 17th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC Sports.
Miss Lewis. It is Miss, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Could you tell me again how you use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls?
Well, I just dialed down the center.
With what, Miss Lewis? With what? You dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you, cheap for them. So good.
You sure this guy's a cop?
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
You gelling? No telling how much I'm gelling. You gelling?
I'm gelling like a felon.
Quit yelling. We're gelling.
Right.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make any shoe feel outrageously comfortable. Are you gelling yet? Dr. Scholl's.
His track record's pretty flawless.
The definitive source for everything baseball. Catch all the scores and highlights from around the league. Baseball Tonight, all season long on ESPN and ESPN2.
Well, they're chanting, "We want Mike," so I'm here with a cut-in to remind you that Karl Malone and the Jazz, #2 all-time scorer in NBA history, taking on Sack in a few minutes. We'll see the #3 all-time scorer wrapping up with the guys.
Good one, Mike. Our Mike. To the First Union Center, where this game has been available on ESPN HD. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. And he will be everybody's MVP forever, I think.
And the entire timeout, a whole building standing and cheering.
Here he comes. It ain't over yet. Free throw by Salmons is good.
Fans are oblivious.
Totally.
To everything other than number 23.
Well, it won't be a fairy tale ending, but it certainly was a storybook career. And now he touches it for the first time in about 15 minutes of play. This place will erupt if he can score one more time.
Oh, don't double team him, Eric Snow.
Jahadi White inside with a follow. Two minutes left in the ball game. Oh, no foul call as Jahadi White sent Salmons.
Give it to Michael Jordan. Oh, they called the foul.
Yeah, he's going to get to go to the free throw line, and we're going to see more flash bulbs than you've ever seen in your life. He's going to get the bounce pass from the retiring Tommy Nunez, the referee. Let's check in with David.
You know, guys, when Mickey Mantle hit his final home run, there's always been some question about whether he knew the pitch was coming. I think Michael Jordan knew that foul was coming. Eric Snow was awfully quick to come over there and foul him. Doug Collins was the guy I really think that convinced Michael to go in. And now Doug Collins is telling them to take a foul so that he can take Michael Jordan out of the game, which is what he wanted to do from the beginning.
There's the foul. There's the end of a legendary career. Michael, it's been an honor to call your games and a privilege to watch you play.
Thank you, Michael Jordan.
So the final point of a 32,000-plus point career came from the free throw line. There was nothing free in his career. He worked to become a six-time NBA champion. And the MVP in all those championship seasons. All six of them. Amazing that after all the great memories, all the adulation, he almost seems embarrassed by what the crowd is giving him in Philadelphia.
He would just as soon not have any of this.
That's what Michael Jordan's all about.
And that's why they're giving it to him. That's why we're giving it to him.
A 3-minute ovation following a free throw. You don't see that too often. Back to the final 90 seconds of the ball game. One that is going to put Philadelphia in a home court advantage situation, it appears, for the playoffs, which is great news for them. So what happened to the Sixers against the Knicks? They've completely turned it around here on their home floor tonight. Buckner keeps it alive on the baseline as we're down to a minute. The Sixers are going to go to 48 and 34.
But Michael, in classic Jordan fashion, gave the fans what they wanted.
That was just a few more seconds, but that was what they wanted. I think they're going to go home happy now.
Not what he wanted to give them.
You saw Allen Iverson part of that standing ovation. He's going to end the night with a 35-point performance. Iverson, great game tonight.
Nobody's sitting down.
Michael getting congratulations from another one of the officials, Derek Stafford. Playoff starts Saturday afternoon on ESPN. A triple-header starts at 12:30. Saturday night on TNT. Doubleheader starting at 8 o'clock. And then we'll see on ABC Sunday afternoon at 3. Playoffs are at hand. This is the final day of the NBA regular season. And as Bill said, between Michael Jordan's last game and so many matchups to be determined in one night, it's been quite a way to go out in the regular season. And we're down to the final shot clock, barring a foul. So Michael Jordan's 15 brilliant seasons is a 15-point night as he says goodbye to the NBA at age 40.
And somebody better go get that ball.
Eric Snow's got a pretty good handle on it. He's handing it to Derek Stafford right now as you speak. Larry Brown, who said, I hope he scores 100 and we win. Michael didn't score 100, but the Sixers did win. And obviously it's a mob scene, and there's one of the young guys that Michael Jordan hopes will carry on and help carry the league on. Allen Iverson, the Tracy McGrady's, the Kevin Garnett's, the Webbers and the Kobe Bryants. The guys that will be stars, but will there ever be one to shine as bright as that guy? And now they play the famous song. I'm not sure there'll ever really be somebody that could be like Mike.
And nobody has left the building.
Everybody on their feet as he heads through a tunnel of admirers into a losing locker room, something he had hoped wouldn't happen, but he's got that ball that Bill was talking about.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Michelle.
All right, standing by with Allen Iverson. First of all, you got home court advantage for the first round, but maybe more than that, what did this win do for your team's psyche?
It did a lot. You know, we dropped 3 games in a row. You know, our confidence was down a little bit. The effort in those games were suspect in most parts of the game. And we just wanted to come out here and just give a good effort and fight real hard, and whatever happened, happened.
You said before the game it was going to be an honor to play against Michael Jordan in his final NBA game. Tell me what you'll remember most about tonight.
You know, just the atmosphere, you know, and how the people embraced them, and, you know, how they sent them away from the game. It was just special, you know, something I was just glad to be a part of. I feel like it's a tribute, you know, to my family and friends, all the coaches and teammates that I've ever had to help me get to the point and be able to be a part of something like this. And it's just an honor. You know, Michael Jordan meant everything to me. He gave me a vision. He made me want to play the game, so it's even more special.
Going into the playoffs, how are you feeling health-wise? How do you think this team is coming together?
I feel good. You know, my knee is not 100%, but I don't have time to worry about that now. You know, I have a mission that myself and my team, you know, have to complete. And, you know, whether I'm beat up or not, you know, it's not going to matter because the guys that I'm playing against is not going to care anything about it. So it's just time to go to war, and I just want all the guys in the foxhole with me ready to fight.
Congratulations on the win. We'll see you in the playoffs, Allen.
All right, thanks.
Back to you, Brad.
Allen Iverson, the leader of a Philadelphia win, 107-87. Coming up next, NBA shoot-around. Then it's Utah and Sacramento. Right now, for Bill Walton, David Aldridge, and Michelle Tafoya, I'm Brad Nessler, thanking Michael Jordan as he leaves the NBA. He said at the NBA All-Star Game, in good hands with guys like Allen Iverson and the next era of stars. The NBA will go on, but Michael, it'll never quite be the same without you.
Not to
Bye.